Cassie Stewart has worked with her partner, Sunil Khan, for 5 years, and the police unit that they work with is facing probably one of the most interesting cases they've ever been involved with before, although it doesn't seem it to begin with.
The focus is very much on the story and the story of this cold case, and also, what happens to people who have lived with a lie for nearly half a century. And so the show's very much about what happens when you get that knock on the door, and in what manner the skeletons fall out of the cupboard.
It asks the viewer to imagine how they would survive a life if it's discovered that it was built on a lie. Oh, it just keeps layering on, and the idea that with a story you peel things back. With this, it feels like it just keeps piling it on, so it gets more and more complicated.
What it's primarily about is family, right down to the police strands as well, because that's kind of like a family, and she's got her own family that she goes home to with all its complexity. But actually, all of the other 4 stories, the reason what's happening to them is important is because it threatens the stability, the sanctity of their family unit.
You have all these different families who appear to be completely unconnected, very different lives, and this one discovery is like the spoke at the centre of a wheel. And we're on these different spokes, and little by little, as more facts come to light, more history comes to light, you see these individual lives unravelling because they are all built on lies.
There's all these links, and they're layered, and each time the audience would get closer to making the decision and say, well, he did it. No, he did it. No, he did it because of this, and she did it. Those problems, they're very normal, they're very identifiable. People will probably either recognise some aspects of themselves in the story, or know someone who has very similar kind of experiences in the past.
I mean, Chris tried to deal with just about everything, from racial intolerance to cronyism in the House of Lords to priests not being quite as priestly as they should. It's about ambition, it's about dishonesty, concealment. There's not much it doesn't touch on.
I just thought how fantastic to have these completely 4 different worlds all colliding because of this murder.